that much into politics, but you got de Blasio and then you got Lota. Yeah,
Lota is
he's got
the Republican.
He's the MTA guy, right?
Yeah, he said
used to work for the MTA.
Yeah,
or was the main guy at the MTA. I don't know.
Yeah. And de Blasio, who's the Democrat,
was bringing out his black kids.
He's married to I guess a Caribbean woman. She's Caribbean, and she's very dark skinned, very black, and he has 2 black kids. He used one, his son, in one of his commercials.
With one of the greatest reveals ever.
Yeah, big afro.
He's my dad. What?
Yeah. What? It's impossible.
And you know he's not allowed to fucking, cut that afro until after the election.
Don't you cut that fucking afro until after I win this.
This shit is making us some money.
De Blasio's got this pretty much wrapped up. Lota is pretty behind in the polls. It's he's the Republican.
Right.
And I guess de Blasio is accusing Lota of racism, of course.
Race baiting.
With the commercials?
With the commercial about returning New York to the old 70s, 80s
I thought
version.
you meant the kid thing.
No, it was Lota made a commercial that said if de Blasio gets elected, we're going to be looking at the New York of the 70s and 80s, and they showed some pictures.
Cars and stuff.
Yeah,
okay, I'm with you.
And de Blasio's like, oh, that's race baiting. It's like, what?
What are you doing?
Anytime you criticize de Blasio can't pull out this race thing.
But what is de Blasio doing?
Exactly. Pulling out actual black kids.
He put his black kid on the TV knowing that...
To surprise people, too.
To surprise people and get the minority vote.
The big reveal, yeah.
There's some racial shit going on there.
Of course.
I don't know if it's racism, but it's definitely racial.
And then when...
He knows exactly what he's doing with the big reveal.
Yeah.
And he's my dad.
Dad? Whoa, what? Black? It's black.
Did you see his afro?
What? And then there's the fact that Lota wants or likes the stop and frisk. Mm-hmm. So de Blasio turns around and says, that's racist. Like, he just is playing the race card worse than Lota is. Well, Lota isn't even playing it. He's playing the fucking crime card.
He's playing the reality card.
Yeah. One thing I was very surprised, both of them were commenting on things with Bloomberg and said about the way Times Square is with the roads being closed and the tables being out there and the pedestrian walks. They both are kind of on the fence about it, they said.
Right.
As driver and stuff, regular guys, they're kind of like, well, I like the road when it's open. Maybe they could have it part-time, where during rush hour that's open to traffic, and then they set it up as a pedestrian mall in off hours.
I know Jimmy hates it. I think you hate it. I kind of like it.
I don't mind it now.
I mean, you live in the area,
I'm right
and
there,
we're broadcasting in the area. Every once in a while, when you walk, it's kind of nice.
Cool. You get to see some freaks, and
I don't mind it at all.
I like when you're walking and don't have to look because you're crossing the street.
Right, and you could just kind of hang. It's like a hangout area.
Yeah, it's kind of nice.
Anyway, so de Blasio, he realizes the Afro kid, is losing a little heat. So he's been hiding his black daughter.
Ah, pulling her out at the end, huh?
Well, you haven't even seen this commercial. It just hit.
Blasio.
From the start of this campaign, Bill de Blasio's offered a vision for New York that leaves no one behind. Now that my dad's on the move, his opponents are on the attack.
What?
Dad? So just remember, who's going to ask the wealthy to pay their fair share to fund pre-K and after-school
there you go.
programs?
Have fun with that.
Who will end racial profiling to bring together police and the communities they serve?
What?
Who will keep our hospitals from becoming luxury condos? All of this attention, it's a good thing. As long as it's not your little brother.
See, and they go back to Afro guy.
Afro kid.
There's just two, young black people on the screen.
Right.
Pitching for their dad, the white guy that's running for mayor.
But that's like having, you got 2 aces.
Oh, yeah, that is.
I'm going to play the first ace.
Although,
I'm going to hold back the second ace until, Afro kid loses a little heat, and then I'm going to hit him with the fucking hot black daughter of mine.
2 aces of the same suit is a little odd, but I get what they're doing.
Right. True.
Boy.
Is that unbelievable?
Yeah. That was very...
We get it. You have a black wife.
We get it.
What color are Lota's kids?
Very white.
I would assume they're white.
They're like
He's
Eastside
racist.
Dave white. Man.
He's not willing to put his...
racist.
He's not willing to put his penis in a black woman. He's racist.
That's the commercial I would love to see.
Right.
Unlike myself,
yeah.
My opponent does not like putting his penis in black women.
Bill de Blasio was willing to have sex with a black woman.
Twice.
At least twice.
Right.
Can Loda say the same thing? He's a racist. He's only come in white women. Oh, that ominous music.
Why ominous music?
Bill de Blasio likes coming in black women. Does Loda? No. He's racist. He saves all his cum for the white privileged people, giving none to people of color. Vote for the man, Bill de Blasio. He'll fuck black women. Ridiculous. This race is done, by the way. De Blasio's going to take it.
When is it? This November?
Yep.
All right.
Election day. You're pretty affected by this, so
I know I am.
Quite frankly.
I want to get the fuck out of the city badly.
Yeah.
I really do. I'm trying to figure out what town to move to.
He is really going to, de Blasio is going to just tax the fuck out of people that make money, give it to all these wacky social programs. I like the fact that they call it, he's going to stop the stop-and-frisk, so the relationship between the community and police get better. It's not going to get better.
No.
Just stop it.
No. This is dumb.
It's this wacky thing, and it's arguable on both parts. It's arguable that it is your constitutional right to not be illegally searched. The other side argues that it's not an illegal search. You're stopping somebody for suspicious activity. They don't just stop and frisk. It's, they investigate first, assess the situation, and then stop and frisk. So that is called an excuse, whatever it is. That's debatable. But the one thing that isn't debatable is the fact that it isn't this thing that if it stops, the relationship between the police and the black community is going to get better.
That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
The police are there to arrest criminals.
What, all of a sudden the police going to be like, hey, everybody's all happy that they're
they're going to wave to the guy in the hoodie with both his hands in his pockets, leering at the police officer from the street corner they know drugs are sold on. And it's going to be like, he'll just wave at him. How you doing?
No.
Yeah, I'm good, motherfucker.
Just look at the slavery thing.
Exactly.
They're still holding a fucking grudge.
Hold a grudge for that one.
Right. A stop and frisk is going to prevent them from...
That isn't going to do shit.
From people being suspicious when they're in their neighborhoods?
No. It'll only increase the amount of people that are willing to carry illegal items, contraband and firearms.
Right.
Because they know that there's no chance of them being stopped and frisked if they are congregating on a corner where drugs are sold or any other suspicious activity.
See, we have some common ground.
We do.
I believe. Me and you, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
That's where I'm all in with you. I think you're right. If you know that the chance of being stopped and frisked is so minimal with this new guy, if you're one of these people that want to get away with some things, you're like, oh, fuck.
You like to think of any criminal as a movie criminal, where they don't really think about things. They don't.
Right.
But if you're a guy and you have a couple of strikes against you already, and you know that if you get stopped with drugs on you or a gun on you or something, that you are going away for a long time, you're really going to avoid putting yourself in that situation.
Right.
Knowing now that you could walk the streets, and unless you get involved in something, you can't just be stopped and frisked.
Right.
You will tend to carry those items that you wouldn't before because you're a lot safer. It's basic human nature.
You're going to be more willing to pull some shenanigans.
Might I even say hijinks.
And some hijinks.
And perhaps some mayhem.
Really?
Yes, a little mayhem.
And I got breaking news. Wow.
What?
Look at line 1. Did you know this was going on?
Oh, brother.
Let me see. Matt, what's going on, buddy?
How you doing, guys?
Hey, man, you got something for the radio show?
I do. Speaking of mayors, I know your favorite mayor up there in Boston. I was reading on, watching ESPN last night, and he was talking about the Red Sox winning the World Series, and he said he hopes they win the World Series Cup.
What?
Wow, are you kidding me?
What?
Is there audio of this?
I don't know if they got audio. I read it in the...
Who's fucking...
Holy shit.
Travis or Sam? Why the fuck?
Right,
Didn't you guys have this audio for us this morning?
I got to tell you, we've been on the radio 3 hours, and this is the first we're hearing of this.
Yeah, he said the World Series Cup.
He actually said the World Series Cup.
Did that just happen this morning?
No, yesterday.
What?
Why didn't I
get a tweet about it?
I don't know. I read that last night on ESPN.
Someone should have tweeted me a link or something, fuckers.
I can't believe
we look stupid. We haven't talked about it. It's a big thing.
We look at it like we're out of touch or something because we all, I
know.
We love when the mayor fucks up there in Boston.
Sabian better get in Sam's and Travis's ass about not having this sound for us.
What, Matt?
Told me.
I said I figured I missed it earlier this morning, and you guys may have already talked about it, but
no, we didn't.
Oh man.
No.
So that's the last.
How much longer are we going to do this?
All right, man.
How much longer are we going to fake the?
All right, thanks.
Walford, Michigan says it's Cadillac commercial. Oh, the Godzilla song. It's still bugging me.
Oh,
sorry.
All right, fellas, I'm out.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Matt.
The never die Red Sox will play in the third World Series the last 9 years. Why are we rooting hard to bring back the World Series Cup to Boston like we did in 2004 and 2007?
What's his cup?
Hooty hi ho.
Hooty hot.
Hooty hotty ho.
Hotty 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 hot. Hooty 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 ho. Mm-hmm. Yeah, thank you, sir. But we did kind of get to that a little earlier.
Oh, we got the Lota clip from the debate.
Lota
with Bill De Blasio.
Blasio, what an awful name that is. De Blasio
and Lota.
Let's move on. During my entire career, I've done nothing but work with people and bring them together.
Your ad certainly does. Your ad doesn't look like something that's trying to bring people together, Mr. Lota.
It's trying to tell people what would happen to you and how dangerously reckless you are.
It's race baiting and fear mongering. You know it. You know it.
There's nothing race baiting about that.
There's nothing race baiting about it.
You want to throw out the race card? Let's talk about the various different mask cards that are put out for the thousands of people that are killed in this city. Let's talk about the report cards for the kids who are being kept in failing schools. Let's talk about the scorecard that says New York City is the highest taxed city in the country.
Damn.
Don't tell me I threw out the race card, because there is nothing racial in there. And Bill, you cannot stoop that low to bring that up.
As upset as he wants to be.
I'm not upset.
But the bottom line is his ad depicted images of riots.
God, they're all just
God.
fucking assholes.
Just call him an N lover. That's what I would do.
What was De Blasio doing with the black kids?
Exactly. Using it, knowing that it would have a racial effect on the election.
Undertone.
Yeah.
Because minorities, for the most part, don't want to fucking vote for white people.
The white guy.
So if you're a white guy, but you're like, holy fuck, I got black kids. Okay, we know what we got to do here. We got to get the black kids on TV. What is he talking about?
Oh, he's going home. He's hearing some shit from the community.
Right.
No, he's got a little liaison. He's got 2 liaisons from the community right there in his own home.
He completely took advantage of the fact that he has black kids.
Yes.
Period.
Mm-hmm.
Period. Especially with the big reveal, like we said.
It was literally the first commercial I saw for De Blasio was the one with his son.
And if he wasn't taking advantage of it, he would have just had the Afro kid right away go, hey, De Blasio is my father, and this is why I think he should be the next mayor. But no, they waited to the end, so you have that what the fuck moment.
Yeah, you should have started the commercial. My father, Bill de Blasio, is running for mayor.
If he wasn't making it racial, because then the commercial hits out there, and then all the people start talking like, yeah, this motherfucker's got black kids.
You see that shit? You got black kids.
Oh, they're all just full of shit.
Black people should vote for him.
And Lota was so upset when they started laughing.
Yeah.
When he said, I'm not upset, and everybody started laughing, he flashed this look to the audience, like, come on, guys, what are you doing?
Get with me.
Why are you laughing at me, guys?
Get behind me here.
Good luck to both of them, whatever.
There was a great fucking, great story on, and I can't stand the Gawker. They're liberal fucking cocksuckers over there. I can't stand them. But I gotta laugh at the Shepard Smith story they had yesterday about apparently some waitress. There was some waitress at a bar on 9th Avenue who was saying that Shep was getting a little rambunctious with her because she wasn't coming fast enough with his drinks.
Uh-oh.
He had ordered another round of drinks for him and his party that was gathered there, and not fast enough. So he said, he went up to her and he was like, bring me my fucking drink.
While she was taking the order of somebody else.
She's taking the order for someone else. He goes, no, I asked you already. Now bring me my fucking drink.
He said fucking drink?
Yeah.
Wow.
So she had described how he comes in there a lot And this time he had come in with a couple, another friend. It was a couple who the woman pointed out was a heterosexual couple, and him with who she identified as his big boyfriend, his big muscular boyfriend.
The waitress said all this?
Yeah, the waitress was saying how she has seen them in the bar sitting there with holding hands with their hand in each other's laps, I guess, and just drinking various beverages, but he was getting a little upset with that whole. They made the story like how he got upset about the drink, and then just as an aside threw in the fact
they just blew up his spot.
It also said that he refuses to order anything off the menu.
Right.
His stuff always has to be specialty made, so it takes a little while.
Special drinks he likes, but had a very muscular boyfriend, as it was described by the waitress. This waitress said that they had then, he said, forget it, got up, him and his party left without leaving a tip. And that's
the story on Gawker.
Yeah.
All right.
They dance around it without actually accusing him. It says Smith had arrived earlier that night with a straight couple and his own regular date, a muscular 6'2", 30-something white male, whom Bathtub Gin employees refer to as, quote, his boyfriend.
Right. That's the name of the place, Bathtub Gin, on 9th Ave.
What the fuck is that?
I don't know. Do you know, Ope?
No.
Do you know where that bar is? Do you know, Sam?
I don't.
Oh, I know who would know. Sale.
You think so?
Probably.
Sale.
He would definitely be aware.
But Sale would know.
And he probably knows the specialty drink that the bar's known for.
Cum.
Definitely.
But I've heard things, I do a couple of shows over there at Fox News, and I've heard.
Yeah?
There's some chatter in the hallways, and the green rooms, and the dressing and makeup room. Just a couple of things have been said over time that would lead you to believe that Shep, that this story might be true.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So when he did that story...
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
He wasn't thinking about Jennifer Lopez giving him a blowjob at all.
Oh, remember that? When he said that one?
Do we have that?
J-Lo. Yeah.
Jenny from the block.
Jenny from the block. Shep has had a few fuck-ups.
J-Lo's new song, Jenny from the Block, all about Lopez roots, about how she's still a neighborhood gal at heart. But folks from that street in New York, the Bronx section, sound more likely to give her a curb job than a blow job or block party. The New York Post, we're sorry about that slip up there. I have no idea how that happened, but it won't happen again. And that's your news.
That's great.
Blow job. Boy, that wasn't even slightly.
No.
He didn't catch it at the end. He didn't. He had a blowjob on his mind right there.
And it was a block party, he was trying to say.
Block party turns into blowjob.
All right. Should we do some Jocktober after the break?
I really would like to get to Jocktober at some juncture.
Well, we're running out of show.
I know. We should, though.
All right, we'll try to do it next.
Yeah.
Not to mention the potential for flooding here in New Orleans, because New Orleans, impossible to forget, is a city that's in a bowl and below sea level. The pumps are working well now, but Mayor Nagin warns, don't come home.
All right, Judge. All right.
The Opie and Anthony Show. All right, well, that sucked. To hear the Opie and Anthony Show 5 days a week live on satellite radio, online on your phone or tablet, or even on demand, go to SiriusXM.com. Also, interact with the Opie and Anthony Show on Twitter, @Opie Radio, @Anthony Cumia, and @Jim Norton.